So I was having a pretty terrible day yesterday, and I got home to my computer, and I got a bunch of messages about this. So apparently Joe Rogan and Matt Rife reacted to one of my videos live on well, not live, but on the Joe Rogan podcast yesterday, and it's pretty interesting. So we're gonna react to it. Let's do it. All right. So they're talking about David Goggins.
Did he get into it with Stavros?
Get into it?
Yeah.
It seems like Matt might have seen my video with Goggins and Stavros. And he might have thought it was real. Now, that's funny. I wonder if he's trolling or if he really thought it was real. Let's see. Because everybody always says, oh, you're going to trick people into thinking they're real. That's like one of the complaints I get is that, people are going to think the videos are real. And it's like, it takes like 2 seconds of research. I mean, just watching the video alone, you should know it's not real because most of my stuff is so over the top. But apparently Matt got fooled.
What do you mean?
Like, were they upset with each other?
Stavros the comic?
Yeah.
No, really?
I saw a weird cut up video that I didn't know if it was a real video.
That's probably one of them Ping Trip videos.
Oh my! It was very funny.
Yeah,
it was very funny.
Ping
But
Trip.
I
Shout out to
couldn't
Ping
believe-
Trip.
Yeah.
This is dude Ping Trip who takes.
It was impressive. I was like,
me and Duncan Trussell being in love with each other. It's like a ton of
that's
them
very
out there.
funny.
Joe always I think that's Joe's favorite video is the one where him and Duncan. That's an old one too. I think that's from like 2019 or 2020. Where Joe's trying to bang him. Which is the premise of a lot of my videos is Joe trying to bang his guest. But yeah, let's keep going.
Funny.
He's hilarious. He does a great job with those.
Thank you, Joe. It's always nice to get compliments from Joe. I've had people commenting like, Joe doesn't like you. Joe is like, what are you talking about? Joe's brought me up like this is probably the 5th time he's mentioned me on his show, and he's always had very nice things to say. So I think he likes me. I think he really likes me.
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
too.
I don't think Stavros would say jack shit to David Goggins.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Nobody's going to talk shit to that guy. He's terrifying. His will and resolve is terrifying.
It's impressive.
Oh, this is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
You want to try a cookie? You want to try from...
So I've been hoping for this to happen for a long time, for Joe to actually react to one of my videos. So, yeah, this is a big day for your boy.
Yeah, this one.
Dude, it'll be fun. You're fat as Yeah. You want to be fat? Yeah, dude. Being fat's fun. Your mind is full of shit. That's not okay. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. You need to work harder.
Shout out to Jamie too. It's one of my favorite parts of watching this is Jamie's laughter. Shout out Jamie, love you, dude.
I want to be doing work. You roll your fat ass out of bed and all you want is some fucking damn cinnamon buns and shit. Yeah, I love that. Man, you are a piece of shit.
Oh my God, this is horrible.
Yeah, man. That's why
This
I was
is
like, are they
harsh.
okay?
Oh my God, this is so harsh.
I don't want to work that hard. You're not a man. You're no fucking man, dude. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. You're a fat, sloppy motherfucker.
Okay. This is too real.
It was aggressive. I was.
So he made it about 15 seconds into the video before he gave up. But yeah, it is kind of harsh at the beginning. I mean, I think it's funny. I don't think Stavros had an issue with it. Somebody told me he talked about it on his podcast. I know when David Goggins originally posted it before he deleted it because he got bullied by a bunch of triggered people in the comments. They were both cool with it. But if you were to keep playing it, it does get better for Stavros. He does kind of turn things around on David by the end. But yeah, that is funny to see his reaction. Like, oh my God, this is harsh. And the other thing is like he's playing the original video because the original cut of that video is still up on Instagram. And it's funny because Instagram didn't age restrict it or do any bullshit like that to it, like YouTube did. YouTube completely age restricted that video, and they said it was sexual content and nudity. Which yeah, well, I don't know what you're doing, YouTube. I don't know. I think they just didn't like the video, so they found whatever reason they could to kill it. Which is very frustrating for me because when I put that video out at the beginning of the year, that was going to be my biggest video ever. It was blowing up tremendously, and then YouTube came in and just age restricted it and killed it. What's funny is even though they age restricted it, it still almost got to 1 million views just from search because people were just because it wasn't from recommended. They stopped recommending basically all of my videos after they age restricted that one. They basically killed my whole channel after that. But it still almost got 1 million views from people searching for that video. So yeah, shout out to YouTube. Thank you for killing that video and killing my channel in the process. But yeah, it's still up on Instagram. Instagram, I guess, understands comedy more than YouTube does.
Yeah.
Genuinely concerned.
Stavros is one of those guys. He's so funny. I don't care if he's fat. Stay fat, bro.
I haven't had a chance of meeting him yet, but I really want to. I
He's
think
so funny.
he's
Somebody had a comment that said, well, what about Bert? He's always talking about how Bert's too fat. Is Bert not funny enough to be fat? Yeah, that's pretty funny. But yeah, shout out to these guys. Shout out to Matt, Rife. I'm just discovering who Matt is. I think he's blown up. He's a pretty huge comic. I basically learned about him from Davey Jackson, my friend Davey. Davey's a big fan of Matt. And yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool for them to play my video. And it's funny that Matt thought it was real. Anyway, I guess you learn at some point. You know, you can only think it's real for so long before somebody sets you straight. But yeah, that was cool. That really made my day yesterday to come home and see that. So yeah, that's it. That's all that happened. They stopped talking. I wish he would have played the whole video. That's my only thing. Or not the whole video. I wish he would have gave it more of a chance because I think he started feeling bad for Stavros. But you shouldn't feel bad for Stavros, man. The guy's a killer. And you know, if you were to keep playing it, you would have seen. Yeah, Stavros's fat charisma basically scares the shit out of David Goggins by the end of the video. Because there's one thing that Stavros has. He has a lot of charisma. And, you know, him being fat doesn't seem to bother him. And that's what really made the video. That's what made me want to make it was Stavros being so like, yeah, I love being fat, man. Being fat's cool and all this shit. And I'm like, okay, we got to pair this up with David Goggins. And, yeah, it was going to come across a little harsh. I knew that when making it because a lot of the shit David says is really harsh when you make it look like he's saying it to Stavros. But yeah, it was just too perfect of a mashup to put them two together that I couldn't not do that. But yeah, shout out to Joe, shout out to Matt Rife. You know, I never would have thought Matt Rife would be the one to get me to get one of my videos reacted to on Joe Rogan. I mean, I figured it'd be like a Jessie May Paluzzo or something like that because she's always bringing me up on Rogan's podcast. But dude, that's cool. That's super cool. So yeah, that happened. If you can, you know, subscribe, like this video, become a member, all that stuff. Because I don't. Since I put out that video at the beginning of the year, I think YouTube labeled my channel as like adult content. I mean, they age restricted that video for sexual content and nudity. And there's no sexual content or nudity in that video. So I talked to YouTube about it, about why they were wrong, in my opinion, going by their own community guidelines, going by their own like rules for that stuff. And they just kept doubling down and they would not release the age restriction. That's why I put out a new kind of watered down edited version of it because I don't know. I was hoping maybe if I remove the age restricted one that at some point they'd remove whatever label they've put on my whole channel. That's kind of destroyed my ability to make a living doing this stuff this year. So I've had a lot of comments about that. Like, oh, how come you put this less funny video up and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, I didn't want to do it, man. It's not me deciding to age restrict and kill my own channel. It's not me doing it. It's YouTube. So I'm just tinkering away, trying to figure out how to get things back to normal to where people actually see my videos again. And I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but you can, if you want to help, you know, when I post a video, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up. And if, you know, you can spare a couple bucks, become a member because all that helps because I'm at the point right now where I'm not doing this full time anymore because of what YouTube's done. So yeah, those 3 things, leave a comment, leave a like, become a member. If you can do one of those 3 things, that'd be great. Because I'm hoping at some point it turns around. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm going to keep making stuff. I'm kind of in the middle of not having any ideas right now for anything. I've gone through a few podcasts. Like I went through the last Protect Our Parks podcast. There's not always something there, or there's not always an idea for me there to make something. And that one definitely is one of those where I really wanted to make something and there was like no ideas came to me. there was I don't know, nothing that I haven't done already, you know. So maybe I'll go through the Matt Rife one. I kind of went through the Post Malone one a little bit, and that one I still got a couple hours left. I think that's like almost a 5-hour podcast, the Post Malone one. So that one's a possibility. The Matt Rife one I haven't gone through. I mean, maybe I'll make one with Matt Rife. That'd be pretty funny. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys some other time. Take care.